down the building, bullets in our mind. Chant, we are go chant them down low. Chant, we are go chant them down low. Chant, we are go chant them down right now. Oh yeah, yeah. Chant, we are go chant them down. Chant, we are go chant them down. Chant, we are go chant them down right now. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes them a breed down and slave hard. Wow, if you vote and after that you draw card. You reap when we sow and play, we like record. You think a little bit of corn where we plant in your yard.
Yeah.
Your industry expand and then get broad. Now check me see you give me for the reward. And then you change me name from Punta to Howard, Lord. What is a go on there, Lord? So we are go chant them down. Not today, don't make we chant them down, oh, don't make we chant them down, down. Yeah, don't make we chant them down, yeah, yeah. Things and time we must them. The wicked dirty Babylon we go higher. We are gonna bust the one until them brains swell. Fill them brains, fill them brains swell. Oh. We are gonna chant them down from now to eternity. We chant them down in front, make everybody see. Don't scared of them, don't scared of them. You hear it from me. We are gonna chant them down.
As we chant them down to the sounds of the rockers, I have to call forward the man Clive Chin, who could tell us a thing or two about Augustus Pablo. You're wanted urgently around the microphone, Clive. Step forward, sir.
Mr. Clive Chin.
This is your house. You already know.
Thank you, Rob. The house that the house that was built with the stone that the builders could not refuse is the head cornerstone.
They could never refuse it.
Never refuse it.
And I'm glad we never lose it, you know?
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. But when I hear a song by Augustus Pablo, I always think of you and the work that you did with him back at Randy's studio. What was the first link with Augustus when he first came inside of there? Was he as a session musician, or he was coming to do his own production?
Well, actually, you know, Rob, myself and Pablo, we went to school together even before we went into the studio.
Okay.
Yeah, man, we were schoolmates down at a big school down on North Street called Kingston College, the Root Boy School.
That was the Root Boy School. That's where you learn all that.
You learn all of the Root Boy stuff.
Ah,
Big school. Yes, Pablo came down to North Parade with my invitation, and we knocked it out. You know, doing a lot of in-house production. But the big chance came about when we nailed on a song called Java.
Okay, everyone knows that one.
It was a big tune in 1972. It was devoted #1 instrumental at that time. Big tune.
So that's exactly 40 years ago, right? That's
yes, to be exact.
Right.
72. You're right. Oh gosh.
Wow.
Big time that.
So that was one of your first things that you all did together in the studio?
No. We did quite a lot of other recordings. As a matter of fact, Pablo played on a few of Lee Perry's Bob Marley and Eddie Williams sessions.
I see. Okay.
Piano.
But when you were at Kingston College, was he playing his melodica like?
No.
Okay.
It was the piano in the chapel.
Okay.
And the melodica came after. It was actually one of his girlfriend from St. Hugh's that noted that instrument.
Really?
Ah, that
big thanks to her.
First song that Pablo nailed with the melodica was a tune called Great Wooga Wooga from Aruga. Killer Brown Nakasoki. I bring you this Iggy head cut.
Oh, man.
Big tune.
Wow. So when he took that on as his main instrument after a while, didn't he?
Yes, it became his signature instrument. Yeah. But you know, he's very versatile on the keyboard because his mother taught him at an early age, the piano. He kind of grasped on it and then he made it too successful.
The only time I saw Augustus perform live was in Washington, D.C. This would have been back in the 80s, I think. And
Wow.
he was so heavy into his spirituality. Every song, between songs, all he would say to the crowd is, Jah Rastafari, dedicate this one to the Emperor Selassie.
Oh, yeah.
Was he always that heavy on the Rasta thing when you knew him?
When I first met him, no. It kind of built up to it after a few years. You know.
Okay.
I'd say around 73, 74.
Okay, he
It became his faith, you know, the Rastafarian faith. But no, he was very true to his faith, and you know he kept that. And it's good when you are in a faith and you do it from your heart. You don't do it from just talking about it. He was not fake. He was a true individual, very spiritual.
I believe that. And it filtered into his music as well, didn't it?
Yes. It became his development into the music, and his label, the Rockers label, as you know, and the Message label, all of his productions is based around, the roots and culture of Rastafarian faith and so forth. Yeah.
That's right. You know, we could stand here and literally talk about all of the greats in the early days of reggae music, and I know you would have personal anecdotes, but I just want to know for you yourself, as a head cornerstone into this music, building for 50 years and beyond, when you look back on a day like today and look at all of the accomplishments and all of the things that have been done in the name of Jamaican music, what is the feeling that it gives you? I mean, you must have a sense of pride.
I do. I do have a sense of pride. I lived that era, from 1962 when we got independence from Great Britain. I've never seen more greater moments in my time. Right up to, I would say, towards the end of the 70s when the dancehall came into the 80s. But, yeah, man, it's a great pleasure. Very proud to be a Jamaican and to be a part of the music fraternity. And I'm happy to be sharing my great moments and my production with you guys here at Miss Lily's and around the world on the internet. I say happy anniversary to all Jamaicans out there. We have come a long way. 50 years and still going.
And still going strong.
Still going strong.
That's right. Now, as I said before, this is a very special day. We've got a lot of special people.
Very special.
There's a lot of special people
a lot
here
of
in the
people in
midst
the
right
house,
now.
and a lot of people here that is enjoying the music, and at some stage is going to enjoy the food. Can't leave that out.
Can't leave it out at all.
Can't
But
leave it
I
out.
want to invite some of the other luminaries who are here with us today.
Yes.
I'm speaking about right away Carol Dodd. Can you please join us up here, because this is when we're talking about the foundation of the music. We're talking about places like Studio One, where it all began.
Yes, man, 15 Brentford Road, which is now called Studio One Boulevard.
They have renamed the road, so you already know the historical significance.
Enough respect to that. It is well due, and I wish them would turn 17 Art Parade into Randy's Boulevard.
Maybe one day. One day perhaps.
Because, for a big distribution, we weren't just a label, we were a distributor.
Yes,
As
true.
Carl know, that there was only two distributors in Jamaica at the time, which was Randy's and KG.
Okay.
So when Mr. Dodd had to carry down the record from Brentford Road, Spat said, make sure you don't pass Crossroad first, just come down and come to Randy's so we get the tunes them first. So we always have to little brother here, little brother. But as I said again, Rob, it's an honor to be here. If I was in Jamaica, I would be enjoying myself in today, the whole limelight of everything with the Olympics and with the festivals and everything. But being out of Jamaica, I can't find a better place than to be here at Miss Lily's and Radio Lily's.
Well, thank you, Clive.
More than welcome.
And I appreciate the applause. Let's have a round of applause, please, for Carol Dodd. First time on Radio Lily that I've been here with you. And I want to thank you for all of the music that we have enjoyed over the years from Studio One, and I know that you played a big part in keeping that shop going in Brooklyn. I used to come and buy my records there. Today I don't have 45s playing. It's a long story, but under normal circumstances, you would see a big dusty crate of 45s with a big chunk of Studio One in the front. Can you just put into words, please, what this day means to you as you think about all the work that your father put in to bring Jamaican music to the world?
Well, what this day means is that 50 years later, with the music that has been around from that time and recognition that it has gotten from when it first began to where it is right now, it's great. And you know, it has become worldwide, very much more accepted than it was earlier on in the days. Yeah.
I wonder if your father even envisioned the heights that this music has reached to when he first started.
I don't think no one did, because it was just more for the love of the music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember the only time I had an opportunity to speak with your father and interview him, it was actually at Coxson's Music City in Brooklyn, and I asked him how he would describe his music, and he said, "Me's a jazz man."
Yeah, that's true.
He really saw, you know, jazz as his love for music, but of course people would call him, you know, a father of reggae and ska and all these other styles. What did he listen to just in his own time? Was it all his own Studio One productions?
No, just different type. He listened to jazz, soul, you know, different type, but mostly jazz. Yeah.
And for you growing up surrounded by the music, I'm sure that you were, you know, listening to a steady diet of Studio One.
Yeah, well, definitely, because we were at Brentford Road every day, so you were exposed to whether it was in the store or in the studio while they were recording. Yeah.
Oh, you were at Brentford Road every day. I didn't realize that, because I only know you from the Brooklyn days, so you have to take me back a little farther.
Yeah, that's where I grew up. So as you know, growing up after school, you'd be there, you know, while they're recording, if you're allowed to go in on certain days. Yeah.
Okay, so you got the special clearance from Dad, like.
Yeah, and at times we'd get kicked out because they'd be recording at one time and no room for error.
Oh, like the one take from top to bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Wow, so they don't want kids playing around in the background on those?
Yeah, you have to keep still.
Are there any records where you're like, you know, playing around and we can hear it if we listen really carefully in the back?
No, I don't know.
You're not going to reveal that today anyway. No, but when you think back on those sessions, what are some of the real magic memories that come to the top for you?
Yeah, just being able to sit in and watch the musicians play. You know, in particular, one person that stands out is Jack in the Two, the way he would play the keyboard.
Mm.
Another person that I was keen to watch was Dennis Ska Campbell.
Okay,
Yeah.
Enlighten me about his work. What was he doing?
Saxophone.
Yes,
Okay.
he used to play saxophone.
Okay,
Mhm.
but when you call him Ska Campbell, was he playing like the rhythm part on the sax then?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. And what was it about? Because I've always heard about Jack Nitu. He's like one of the great geniuses of
I mean, to
all
watch
music.
him, it was just like a show on its own, you know, because he would be all over the keyboard, just kind of amazing to see. You know, to everyone, he wouldn't sit still, he was just all over.
Like playing like a
Different
concert
stuff,
hall, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right there in the studio.
Dancing too.
Oh, Jackie would dance while he played too? Wow.
Very good entertainment.
So when your father established